Hi, I'm Gypsy J.
I'm Gypsy J.
I'm the Gypsy J you've been watching.
I'm Gypsy J, and it's another great day for an adventure.
I got no script. Hello, beautiful people. Gypsy J here with you. Ha ha ha. I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's on something today. Nope, just high on life, my friends, and happy to be here. I hope you're having a beautiful time, whatever you are doing, and I'm glad that you stopped by to check out one of my latest videos. And today's video is about Sloss Furnace. That's right, Sloss Furnace, located in Birmingham, Alabama. Never heard of the place. People were telling me, hey, you gotta check it out. So of course, hey, it was free, so I'm gonna go check it out. And I'm glad I did. And I think that you should as well. Now I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, it's free. That's always nice. Second of all, it's the only one in America that you can self-guide through, that you can take a tour on your own after checking in with the office and walk around, take your time, take your pictures, and check it out. It's the only one in America that you can do that. Now, what a Sloss furnace used to do was produce pig iron, and pig iron is turned into what? Turned into steel. These are things I did not know, and that's why I'm telling you. Now, I didn't dig super deep into all this stuff. I thought it was more cool to walk around, show you what I see, check out the pictures, look at this place. If you find it interesting, you can look it up online, or even better, go check it out for yourself. Apparently, people do come from all around the world to check out this historical site, and it was made a historical site in 1981, and it opened up to the public in 1983. So they do accept donations, but they were very nice there, and it's very clearly marked where you should and should not go. I like that. If you hurt yourself, it's on you. That's why you got to sign in at a desk when you go in there. Besides that, this was a really cool place to walk around, to see the enormity, the chimneys, these boilers where they would make molten steel, which is incredible, and these other boilers, which are just for water. Just so you have the energy, because these places are so self-sufficient. So that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to walk around. We're going to check this out. I hope you enjoy this video. It's a very clean and orderly place. I really don't know what I was expecting, but it was a lot cleaner than I thought, that's for sure. And I love this bell over the bed of coals, over those coals there. So that was really cool. And then here you are, directed inside, where you're going to go ahead and digitally sign in. You can check out their welcome center. I really love this piece of art. I believe it was made by them there, but don't quote me on that. But I like the different displays they had on the inside there, and some explanations. So if you want to know what the pig iron is, or what coal and what they use the different things for, that is very interesting. Then you go up onto the second floor, and this was a nice view. I really wish I could take in my drone, but they say no drones, so I'm not even going to try. But you're up on the second floor, so you get a nice bird's eye view before you head off and really start checking this place out. And I know it may not seem that interesting. It's like, well, this is a plant, that produced pig iron and molten steel, and that's what they use these buckets for, was actually pick up the steel. So I looked it up. Why is there cement inside the buckets? Well, that is to keep the buckets from basically melting, which of course makes sense, right? Because they're made from steel. They're picking up liquid steel. So that was really interesting. I was like, look at the cement in there. I had never noticed, but they are full of cement. And here it is, Sloss Metal Arts. I got some guys back there working when we were there, but it was interesting to see the different sculptures that they have out there. I really thought that was interesting. I had to take a quick picture and a little video of it. It just looks like it's on a lathe there, and I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but it's really cool looking, and I like it. I thought these pieces of art down here were very interesting. Looked like Wild West pistols wrapped together there. And then that's a very interesting piece of artwork. And actually, I really love this sculpture so much. That's why I used it for the thumbnail. I just love the way that picture came out. as you walk down the walkway here, the closer you get, the larger this place starts to feel. It's really interesting to take a look around and realize that in some of these boilers, you just had hot water going, steam to provide power for the plant. And then in these other boilers, you literally had liquid steel, liquid metal just bubbling around. It's really interesting to think about it. And then I thought what was really cool is they had some more of their artwork out here. And this die, which was interesting, where you have guns on the outside of it. Thought that was really different. And then I love the skeleton. I'd love to have this at my house for Halloween. And what's really cool is, look, it's sipping out of what I believe is the top of a coffee cup. This one here to me looked like a ninja's backpack. I don't know why. They look like swords sticking out of the back, but definitely look like a ninja's backpack to me. These stacks are so tall. I don't think it really comes across as well as I'd like it to in video, but this place is really impressive to see, going into the different buildings and realize how many men per shift had to work in this place. And my understanding is that about 250 guys per shift. They're working 3 shifts, and they said that really you needed to have a couple hundred extra people ready to go, because this was such a demanding job, working around all this heat, all this liquid metal. And, you had a job to deal with that, and also jobs to keep all of these machines going. So there were jobs on top of jobs. I mean, there's so much, but yet they had a hard time keeping people at first, because it was really dangerous, really hot, and you could getting scolded at a place like this is to the bone, and I'm sure that's just no fun. I mean, when you're walking through these buildings and you're looking around, in many ways, this is the history of Birmingham, bringing, the age of, iron. I mean, to bring it into this scale, the industrial age. This was the second smelting plant, I believe is what you call this, furnace in Birmingham. I think they ended up having 20 in the area, but this is the one that still exists in the area. And it's, of course, like I said earlier, it's free to go into. And look at that wrench. That is the biggest wrench I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I don't know how many people you'd have to get to pick that up, or do you use a crane? I need to find those things out, but I saw that and I was like, my goodness. But the more you walk around, the more you realize, man, what tight quarters they were working in, and how hot it must have been. I wonder how much they got paid. I mean, I hope they got paid well for this, but that's another question I do have. The industrial age of Birmingham. You walk around, you're feeling this, history, I guess is the best way to put it. And you look around, you're like, man, this place is just, in ways, working there looks like a death trap. And I'm sure that a lot of people got burned and maimed and God knows what else. I mean, there's a lot of heavy equipment going on around there. And once again, it is so hot. There's your conveyor belt, and that's going to move the slag. And the slag was interesting. So the slag is like the leftover from the pig iron, turning it into steel. And anyway, so this slag is left over, and they did one of two things with it. They would either pour it into a pit just straight away, or they would actually spray it down, cool it, and use it in drywall. I mean, I had no idea, but that's what they say. They used it in drywall. So I'd like to go back, and do they still do that? Slag in drywall? Here's some of the ovens. You can see the bricks in there, and that was those fire bricks. Once again, they helped keep the buildings, the metal, burners there from melting, the steel and the heat just coming through and taking out those several inches thick steel. But you're looking at probably 2 or 3 feet easily of brick on the inside to insulate the inside of that furnace. I really enjoyed going to Sloss. It was just so interesting. They had lots of interesting things to read and just to walk around and take a look. I've driven across the country. I've been through many states, and I've seen similar buildings, but I never thought, hey, let's go ahead and stop. And when I found out that I could go check this one out and walk around, I was like, why not? And interesting, it's more than just interesting. You feel really small when you walk around this place. And if you get a chance, it's located in Birmingham, Alabama. It's absolutely free. And you can, once again, it's a self-guided tour. And they give you a little map and everything. And it's really worth the stop out there, especially if, you're somewhere near. I really enjoyed walking around Sloss Furnaces, and it was really interesting to look at, and the size of everything there is just incredible. To see how many different rooms just to produce power, to do different things, to produce the energy, to produce the heat, to melt the pig iron, to create steel. It's really quite the undertaking when you think about it. I mean, this is really incredible. And to think that they built this place in 1882. Now, a lot of these buildings, to my understanding, were updated around 1920. But still, that's old as heck, man. That's over 100 years ago. I really enjoyed going out to Sloss Furnaces, located in Birmingham, Alabama, and I want to thank you guys for coming out with me today. I always say life is an adventure. You need to get out there and have an adventure every once in a while. Just go try something new. Maybe this isn't your cup of tea, but you never know until you go. And the price, my friends, on this was absolutely right. 100% free. All it cost me was my time and some gasoline, and it was well worth it. I want to thank you for coming with me. I am getting ready to go off on a big fun adventure, and I will be having some new videos coming up very soon, including some from the Bahamas. Oh yes, folks, that's right. I'll be going off to the Bahamas and on a cruise ship. So look forward to putting those videos out, and I hope you look forward to seeing them. I am Gypsy J, and until next time, don't forget, you're absolutely beautiful.